What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast. Your boy Evan, your boy Will. We are back into the Tiki Hut, and we are back with college football. And we are, man, we probably go an hour-long episode on this one. I mean, that's after this weekend. There's probably so much to digest just from Thursday, from UCF slate start all the way to last night. Miami's hot, from that and now tonight, even UNC, TCU, this college season is going to be very, very interesting, just to say the least. I mean, at this point, we'll have to see kind of where some of these big name programs and how much money they spent. And I think we've had this conversation before. Who is right in their spending on the NIL side? Because I just saw somebody post a picture of like the top 5 quarterbacks between Archie and Nico Maliova and like all those kids that were like the 4 or 5-star quarterbacks that all got paid this year. It's gonna be bad. The first NIL era could be bad.
For starters, Arch Manning's NIL value doesn't seem to be holding water.
At this point, I mean, they played an NFL caliber defense, so I give Arch the
in a stadium with over 100,000 fans.
Easy. And again, it's first game for everybody, so it's like you give everyone this game the benefit of that, especially if you play ranked opponents. Like,
it's a huge game to be thrown into.
Your first start.
What, 19 years old?
No, I guess not his first start, but one of his first starts. Because I remember Quinn got hurt.
So I give him credit in all those aspects. I don't know what kind of performance I'd have if I was out there.
No, hell yeah. I mean,
he had flashes of promise, but at other times he kind of just looked like any other college quarterback.
I was going to say, when you look at it from what were we expecting, I guess you could say it was a down day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's also to the extent that like everyone thought he was coming in and literally going to throw lights out, and that's understandable.
Good defensive contest,
right? And I even took the under on that because it was like 40 something. I was like, these two teams are not putting up 28 points each. Like, they're just, these defenses are too good for a first start for both quarterbacks. Like, they were not perfect. The Sane kid, he was not perfect either. But the consistency on the run game, I believe, really put Ohio State into a better situation than Texas's run game. But again, 100,000 people, everyone's staring at you. You have a name. Yeah, I mean, Corso. I mean, that probably was a big jump for energy in the stadium, stuff like so. It was just a lot. I mean, again, for me, I'm looking at it from to a non-bipartisan with regards to both quarterbacks are easily going to get paid no matter what. Where do you go now? Like, Jeremiah Smith was kind of held in check for that game, but other people stepped up. So, does another team kind of take that situation and put it on the quarterback again?
Right.
Hey, look, they didn't get beat because Jeremiah Smith had 5 receptions, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They won because Sane threw a couple other guys.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just better
team
win.
Yeah, team win for sure.
And defense that held up. So. It is one of those
Jeremiah
things.
Smith didn't look himself.
Couple drops, I think.
Yeah, Ryan Williams as well on the Alabama side.
Yeah, again, same thing. Like,
he did not look good. I think it's been 10 games now 9 games since he's graced 100 yards.
Right. But I mean,
some drops. They just didn't look like themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I know it was raining. I know again FSU was there to play. Like Tommy. I mean, we saw flashes at UCF of like good scrambling quarterback and things like that. And I laughed because everyone's been posting the Gus has a type, and it's like all the quarterbacks that Gus had like that were literally exactly like Tommy, how they beat Alabama with those quarterbacks. So that was pretty funny on the other side of it. But again, I think Bama just came in with the mindset that maybe they already were gonna win. Like, they were. Hey, look, this is our game to lose, and they ended up losing. Like, and on a big way, like
handedly. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they won by a game-winning field goal like Notre Dame, Miami.
It was out of the past 6 times, the 6 games with the least receptions completion since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
this one, Castellanos had 9 completions, which is
nothing.
The lowest since 2008, and the third time that DeBoer has lost with less than however many receptions.
Right.
In the past 6. So 3 of them belong to DeBoer. 3 of them were Saban. One of them was the kick 6 game. One of them was the Auburn Cam Newton game. And then the other one was the game where they lost to Auburn, or not Auburn. I forget exactly who it was. 9-6.
Oh wow. Game. Okay.
So those 3 games.
Crazy.
So, do we have a bigger problem here? Okay.
I mean, well,
maybe we
so
do.
We're comparing
like apples to oranges.
No, but again, that is the rumor that the rumors were already was DeBoer was kind of on the hot seat before he even got there. Like he was not to say this supposed to be the savior of Alabama, but he was supposed to be a quick fix for Alabama with regards to a coaching hire. Like it was supposed to be oh yeah, DeBoer's already been here. We should be good. Run it right back. Don't crash the Ferrari type deal. How many people are going to say he crashed the Ferrari in the first 2 years? I mean, I don't know.
Bueller.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of one of those things where it's could he still fix it? I mean, it was one game.
Sure.
One game. I mean, could he go back?
But it's one game against a FSU team coming off a historically terrible season.
I know.
With a quarterback that was benched at a worse school last season. Right?
Yeah. I mean, again, the flashes were shown, the comparisons to quarterback style of Tommy to what Gus likes to run his offense out of. It all kind of does make sense. Now, again, it was Alabama's game to lose. So that's where I stand with it with regards to who actually came to play and who didn't. FSU came to play, and they knew what was on the line. I feel like Alabama kind of looking at it what's this game matter? I mean, other than now just being disrespected out the wazoo, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one for them to kind of suck the air back in and regroup and get back to where they think they should be or where their coaching staff thinks they should be. Because you can definitely tell some of the blocking, some of the double teams, watching that on the FSU side to Alabama side, it just wasn't the dominant fashion that we're used to seeing Alabama play. So it is kind of scary to think that an FSU team that is remotely comparison on paper wise, not even close to Alabama with regards to stars and transfer portal, blah blah blah, all that stuff. You look at it and you're just how did we lose this game again? What did we do wrong? Basically everything. So now we go back to the drawing board. So, I mean, like I said, for DeBoer, what he does, what he has in his back pocket, what he wants to do, it's going to be a tough one.
This season might decide whether or not.
Yeah, he's already, like I said, I believe he's probably already thought he's on the hot seat just with regards to what he's getting paid and how Alabama fans are. 2 seasons of non-playoff type seasons is going to be tough for a lot of them to swallow, and definitely
especially for as much donors.
Well, I was going to say, especially for the amount of money that are being spent. So that is going to be the huge factor, and I think we've talked about that with regards to overall NIL, coaches, how much money we're putting in. Hey, we're telling a coach and a GM is telling donors this, that, and the other. Hey, this is how much this kid is worth.
Right.
You told us this kid was going to be the savior. This kid was going to be, the next
coach.
Our next Heisman Trophy winner. Whatever it is that they say to get this kid, to get the money for this kid. That's one of those things where it could put you as a coach and a GM on the hot seat real quick.
No, for sure.
So again, Carson Beck's a great example. Even though he had a great game last night, him and the amount of money that they paid him, if he loses that game last night, what's the conversations today? What are those? I mean, again, I know last
C.J.
season,
Carr is the truth.
Right. Here we are. We
outplayed.
A hostile environment against a top 10 team.
All 3 fans there.
I mean, well, I'll give Miami. It was a good crowd. It was a record-breaking crowd. Yeah, I was not gonna lie. I'm excited to now see what ends up happening with Miami FSU because it's such gonna be such a shit-talking type game.
They play again this year? I thought they played last year.
Who?
Miami and FSU.
They always do.
No, sorry. They're in conference. Okay.
Yeah, they play every year.
But they're playing in Miami again this year?
I believe so.
I know the game was in Miami this past season.
So it was 2 years ago. We went up to
maybe that's why I was like...
Yeah, no, it is weird that they aren't playing back to home twice. So that is a weird factor.
And then FSU played the Orange Bowl, too, the infamous one.
Right.
The last year?
No,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
When Travis got hurt and then all their starters sat. And then,
so that was a battle.
FSU is used to...
That was a butt whooping by Georgia that they got 2 years ago because I was at that game.
Bill Campbell South.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it happens this year. But again, I think that'll be a game now that we can circle on the calendar. Even let's just say they aren't both undefeated because they probably won't be. No. But let's just say that they are. That game will be insanity. The amount of fights, the amount of shit talking on the field.
They told us that they didn't need most of the staff at the gates for the ticketing people. And they might rethink that and call people like, hey, can you come in and work this game?
For that game?
Because games they don't need as much staff.
For that game for sure they will. Yeah. For that game, I can guarantee when is it?
Is it soon or?
No, I want to say it's closer to October. I'd have to Google the.
That's good football month.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's right in the thick of it, so it'll be good.
That's great.
I mean, again, like I said, for some of these teams, like even just seeing Michigan pop up, like Bryce Underwood played a subpar New Mexico team, and they're looking at him like, oh, he's the patron saint of Michigan. He's ready to rock and roll. Let's see what he does against Ohio State.
Exactly.
Let's see how he does against that defense because
they play Ohio State this year. Do you know?
Damn. That's a good question. I actually don't know off the top of my head like that. Michigan is at Ohio State this year. I don't know.
No, Michigan's at home.
Oh, Michigan's home. Okay, so they won't. So if they don't win, there won't be an excuse for Bryce because that'll be home field advantage. Yeah. And Michigan has won the last 3. All the years that Harbaugh was there.
Yeah.
And Day has only won like one of them.
Yeah.
I think the national championship, right? No, they lost last year, didn't they? And then they went on the national championship run or something like that. I don't remember for Ohio State, but they haven't won most of the last 5. I think they're 1-4.
Yeah, that was the last thing about Ryan Day. Right. I think he won the last one
when they went on the national championship. Right. So okay. So that makes sense.
Was the whole thing about Ryan Day that he just couldn't
tight
beat.
Shirts.
Oh boy,
I was all over Pat McAfee today. Like
they showed it.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Piercing?
Everything.
What a freak!
They were just like, I think Ryan Day looks great. Like it was like those shirts are getting real tight, showing it all. Like, oh god, like Coach Day just got to be. Yeah, good on him, man. Whatever. Like he as long as he wins, who cares?
I guess. Yeah.
But anyways, all right, let's go because we're gonna still keep talking.
But Carson Beck, let's dive into the UM game a little bit.
Okay.
C.J. Carr looked good.
Yes.
But he looked like a sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a kid that's only started a few games.
Right.
Or only had so much game experience.
I think, obviously, they didn't win the game, but I think Notre Dame has something to work with here.
Yeah, no doubt.
With
their defense.
Just the talent level that they bring in year out, coming off a national title visit.
Yep. No,
great coach.
I mean, the hardest thing...
I think they're going to be okay.
I would say the hardest thing is now in this era is finding that next quarterback after your leader, like a Riley Leonard, is gone. That most of their offense was through him last year. So again, truly speaking, the biggest thing that question mark wise for Notre Dame was probably where do we go on our offense? Who's going to take over we got a great running back. We got Jeremiah Love. He runs the rock. He's good. But who's going to be the guy on? I know, like Riley Leonard. They had their 3rd and 2 snap quarterback power. That was their bread and butter right there. Are they going to run that with him? CJ is a good runner, but I don't know if I'm going behind the top. He did have that one touchdown, so it is possible. But again, where Notre Dame should feel comfortable in their season should be very comfortable. Now, after watching that game, because that's a game where if your kid, like a CJ.
Like Carson, in terms of experience, Carson Beck and then C.J.
6 year
Carr,
and a 2 year.
I don't think Carson Beck played up to par. I've never been too high on him personally. I know a lot of people don't like the way he looks either. Not that necessarily matters, but
That's an absurd statement. I mean, I get it, but it's still absurd. Like, that's what we're basing our football.
Sound like a hater?
No. But you're not the first person I've ever heard say that. So you're not like
purely from a football standpoint. There were some moments in that game where he looked ass, and then he kind of stepped up a little bit. I had friends that were saying, "Damn, this game's over. He doesn't look good. Blah blah blah. They're gonna blow it."
Yeah,
and
I mean, I thought they definitely were going to blow it on the last.
That said, "Damn, this. I'm excited for the season. He looks great. This is going to be it for us."
For me, you can tell the
they win the ACC. No, but like compared to last season, how much better of a season are they really going to have?
I mean, you would expect to if we're going to go football to football, we're going to say that Carson Beck should be as good as Cam Ward, are we not? He's an SEC 2-time national champ.
All right,
on paper, are we not saying that he should not come in, learn the offense that has shown to be a quarterback-friendly offense to help him be a better quarterback? That should be the mindset that he should be just fine in this offense as a quarterback. So again, for me, Miami should be looking as good, if not better, for this season.
Okay.
Their defense, and again, and we're looking at the defense. The defense last year would have choked. They would have blown it and let them go down and score the field goal, and then they would have lost in overtime. You know what I'm saying?
I think the schedule this year is a little bit more difficult.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes, it is more difficult, but again,
especially if you throw in an FSU team that's actually good.
Well, yes, agreed with that for sure. So you'll just throw that because they looked cakewalk last year between what they did to them. But even still, at this point for Miami, they should be feeling great after that win because your defense showed up and didn't choke under pressure, which was the question of last season. Were we going to blow it in the fourth? We dominate this whole game. Look at Cal game. They should have dominated that game. And then they go into what? Quadruple overtime? Like, no. Like
that Virginia Tech game too.
The Virginia Tech game. Like
lost that game.
All those games, like that's what I'm saying. Like this defense, like I shout out to Ruben Bain, like interception. I mean, that interception, that play was an epitome of a difference maker on defense. Like you're talking about the kid was a defensive end. It was an out route. It hit the guy in the leg, and he runs hard enough to go catch it. That's what a great defense does. You know, your defensive end is catching a tipped ball on the outside hash and returning it. That means he's putting his foot in the ground, turning from his rush and getting out there. I don't care how high the ball is. Like, the ball could be 10, 20 feet in the air. It don't matter. To get there, that is a defensive player and defensive mindset that I'm sure Jason Taylor has definitely implemented in that defense from last year.
100%.
So shout out to Ruben Bain on that one. I mean, again, that defensive play I believe set the tone for the rest of the game for them because him and 3 were just going at it. I mean, they were meeting in the back for a quarterback sandwich every like the last fourth quarter.
Right.
The last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. So, again, that's what truly will be the difference maker for this season for them because last year that was the $1 million question was the defense going to hold or were we going to see defense just blow coverage, give the quarterback all day to throw, let him run around. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did have some quarterback misfires. You know, they should have had a couple more sacks or at least, stop them a couple more times. But, CJ he was looking good. He did have a couple throws that you saw and you're like, okay, this, he might be able to do something. And again, a run game helps. Jeremiah Love running the rock, he was in there. So
no, a run game definitely helps, comfort wise.
For sure. I mean, you can tell Miami felt a lot more comfortable with Fletcher, Jordan Lyle, and who else was running the rock last night? Jordan, Fletcher.
I thought it was just them two, to be honest.
Was it them two? Because Carson's not a runner.
Was. Yeah, no, definitely
not. I'm trying to think. Was there somebody else? I mean, Malachi. He was looking all kinds of space. I mean, that man, he could do whatever he wants out there. He had all the leverage in the world, baby.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. Like I said, at Miami, I'm not jumping. I'm back on the Miami train, to say the least. But I think after yesterday, they should feel very, very good about the rest of the season coming up. So we will see. Again, it is a long season, and things happen, injuries happen. It'll be interesting. So what else?
I want to move on here to this is probably a quick. Colorado, obviously.
Georgia Tech.
Colorado lost.
Yeah.
Played a good game, though.
It was a good game,
yeah. but more so focusing on Deion and how he's going to be able to navigate these years without his sons.
I think the biggest thing for Deion right now is health.
Right. That's the other thing I'm saying. How much longer do you really think he has as a coach?
I don't know. Really? I mean, I think that's probably. I mean, the biggest question to Colorado is not how long does Prime want to coach. It's how long can he coach? I mean, you saw the Depends. I mean, as funny as that is,
on the toilet.
That's what I'm saying. In reality speaking, though, do you really want your coach to have to put himself through that?
But maybe. Well, I mean, I'm sure other people would say no, but it's Deion Sanders, and he's going to say, "Let me do it."
Maybe go sit.
That's dedication.
I mean,
as a head coach,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, what did Gus Malzahn do last year?
Good NIL money. Depends. Boom, right on the side of the thing.
I mean, my biggest thing is again, it's not even the play calls or anything like that. They did look good offensively. Defensively, they had a little bit to work on. I think they could have stopped Haynes a little bit more. I think they had some gaps defensive side.
Yeah, they had some stuff to work on.
But I mean, in reality speaking, they did do good in the NIL transfer portal. So they should be fine. Their offensive line looked decent. The kid from Liberty looked good. I think he's got a few offensive tweaks he probably needs to work on just with regards to his quarterback stature. I think he could have sat in the pocket a little bit better. But other than that, he doesn't have a Travis Hunter to throw through, that's for sure. That is one thing. So.
That's what I'm saying. Is it going to be worth it for him to continue when he doesn't have the joy of having his sons there?
I mean,
Travis Hunter. I mean,
it is one of those things where you base your decision off how you. I mean, I would say more so how you feel versus how you're doing coaching wise, record wise. So I don't know. I mean, I hope coaches. I hope Prime is able to kind of lock and load every year and be ready to go. But truly, let's just see how his health is the next 2-3 years and kind of take it from there. Because I'm pretty sure he's on a 10-year contract or something like that.
Right.
So it's let's just go year by year and kind of if there needs to be a buyout or a I don't even know what they want to what the medical retirement. I don't even know how that would work. But again, his colon or his intestines, his foot, just so much going on for a coach that's literally just getting to the big time. Jackson State, he did a great job trying to put it there, trying to get them.
Yeah.
But he always knew this was just a stepping stone.
Stop in the road.
And the fact that then he never got the FSU job, and you could tell he was just ever so salty about not getting that job, before Norvell. So it's I don't think he'll ever have the chance to go to FSU now. So it's wherever he goes or whatever he does now, I think Colorado is either going to be just that's it, or he's going to end his career early just based off.
That's a good take.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, like I said, hopefully I'm wrong and coach is just healthy as an ox. He says he's good, but after some of the scares that he's already had, I'm just kind of at this point coach, don't feel stressed to put yourself or put the Colorado's football needs before your own. Your health actually does matter more than that, and unfortunately, it is sad to say that because it is kids' future. But at the same time, they've got to understand that if your life is in jeopardy or you're having multiple surgeries where it could be life threatening, let's just take it easy. So that's just my take on that. But yeah, and what else? I mean, we got a bunch to go through.
Who do you think? Actually, I'll save this for the end.
Okay.
But as we watched the North Carolina game,
yep.
They already hung 7 on TCU.
Yep.
The first 5 minutes of the game.
Easy.
Bill Belichick, what What are your thoughts there? Do you think that he's going to be there long term? You think they're going to have
success? They'll get 2 years. They'll get 2 years out of him. The third year will be dependent on who's got NFL openings.
He wants to go back.
I think so. Why not?
Yeah.
Why would I stay in college?
I thought that he went down to college to stay there and retire.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think he would want to win a national championship?
I think if he does, he has to do it in 3 years. Because then I think he'll be over it. I don't know. I mean, to me, if I'm Bill, I'm just coaching because I love coaching. Not because it's college.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's just, starting to. He's in the waning stages of his career, obviously. Well,
that's what I'm saying, though.
I think he is.
I think my biggest thing is, like, if there's an opening at the pro level, I think he jumps on that in the last, stages of his career versus hanging out here for, let's just say, 5 more years, 4 more years, however many years per se that he's going to be with them.
This might sound stupid, but what if he doesn't find any success with UNC and at all in the next 2 or 3 seasons, and then the NFL coaches look at him and are like,
I don't think so.
He's had his time. We'd rather have someone new and fresh in the building.
You could.
We don't want someone like Belichick coming in, making all these changes and demands, blah, 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 just because of his tenure and experience.
I guess that depends on what team is saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you have, let's see, who's got like a hot seat type coach right now? Trying to think off the top of my head. Who's on the hot seat right now in the NFL?
Right now? Right now, it's just hard to say that because the season just started.
Yeah, I mean,
going into this season,
yeah, who would you say?
I know Brian Daboll's name was tossed around last season because
I could see that.
Because Daniel Jones and company had that one good season,
and then
what was that? 2020,
2022, yeah, 21, 22,
2 bad seasons.
Yep, 23, 24.
So
25
heads were starting to turn his way. I think.
I don't know. My biggest thing.
Do I say Miami if they have another bad season? Maybe not. Probably the Jets. I forget who's over there.
He just took over.
Oh,
he just took over from Detroit.
Where did Salah go?
He's back with the 49ers.
Oh, okay. Not as head coach though.
No, he's just a defensive analyst or defensive coach or whatever. But even still, though, at this point, again, for what team in the NFL needs him right now, I don't specifically know, or who's on the hot seat right now. But again, if I'm looking at, think of it in this perspective as well. Not only does coach have to coach, he also has to mentor a lot younger generations, and he has to keep their grades up. Know the little things other than being a football player,
and deal with maybe a little bit more immaturity.
Right, and definitely. You definitely have to deal with more immaturity on the college side. So where Bill sits in the next 2 years,
given to the demands of a lot more people, probably.
Right. And what I'm gonna guess is even if he has subpar success at UNC, so say they go, let's just say 8-4 this year, and then next year they go 10-2 and win the ACC. That is gonna get him back in the NFL. So on the third year, 100%. I don't see him going back to UNC. And there is a buyout clause for him to go back to the NFL. So I don't know. Where he goes and what I think he wants to do, I don't know. I just don't see him retiring as a college coach. I think he'll want to try. Like you said, I could see him trying and winning, trying to go for a championship, a national championship, but I see him wanting another Super Bowl ring before that. So that's my take on it. I mean, we could sit here and say that he falls in love with UNC and doesn't want to leave. Sure, if you coach and you end up building your culture exactly how you want it, and you appreciate the immaturity because you're going to put them, you're going to shape them to be the next Tom Brady, to be the next Teddy Bruschi, to be the next Randy Moss, whatever, however he wants to look at it. He is able to say that, and he is able to go to those NFL coaches and tell them, he's NFL, he's NFL, he's NFL, he's NFL. And you know what? If Bill Belichick gives you the stamp of approval, guess what? You're probably getting drafted. And that's shout out to any of those recruits out there that are debating on what to do if they want to go to UNC. Just think of it like that. If you're really searching for a true program to get you to the league, if he puts your name on the NFL scouting list and says, hey, you need to watch this kid, guess what? All 32 teams in the NFL are looking at you.
Yep.
That simple. It's literally that simple. Like, again, so for me, that's where I look at it. If you think otherwise with regards to recruits, if you think any other coach is going to give a better perspective on the pro side, you're wrong. Right. Like, this is the man to put you in the league. If you
100%.
If you think that you're going to make it to league or you need a better chance at making it to league, go to UNC. That's my pitch for the Tar Heels, for Coach Belichick.
So, last thing, and I was saving it, coming back to it now, kind of I want to run through it with you for Power 4.
Okay.
We'll start with the SEC.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to come out on top of the SEC this year? I'm going to say I had either Georgia or Florida. I guess it's kind of a
I think
astute assumption. Or
no. I mean, again,
I like Florida this year a lot. I didn't really see what Georgia had going on. I think
they played Marshall, so wasn't anything special there. I think my biggest
Florida
contender
looks good, and the Lagway stays healthy.
Again, that's another. They played Long Island University, so I'm going to take that game with a grain of salt. But they have the hardest schedule.
The fact that Alabama did lose to
agreed.
FSU.
If I'm looking at it out of the SEC, the best team that I saw that played actual competition is LSU. Like
that's
LSU,
true.
The LSU they went into Death Valley, I guess you could say, and they won. So it's like the Tigers beat the Tigers, but again, a Tigers team on both sides that had returning quarterbacks, returning defensive lines,
good coaches,
good coaches. I mean, again, so where they sit on the regards to Clemson's supposed to win the ACC versus LSU, who is
not supposed to.
I mean, a top, maybe a top 5 finisher in the SEC. But at this point, after what I saw from LSU, I could see them going into Tuscaloosa and pulling one out. I mean, Tennessee's offense looked cooking, but again, does their defense come to play?
Yeah.
Like the Danny Aguilar from App State, he didn't play an SEC defense. He played, who did they play? Syracuse, ACC defense. So let's see what Danny does when he's got, an edge rusher like Texas A&M coming at him. Because I know some of those teams are going to go into Tennessee, and they're going to have their opportunities out of kid that's never played in a game that big.
For sure.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be it'll be tight to see where some of this SEC middle of the pack type teams too. I'm interested. The SEC is not as gapped as
not this year,
as it per usual. Yeah, I think Georgia still has a lot to prove. I mean, obviously after last year, losing Carson Beck, I'm sure the college football playoff committee is just fiending for Miami and Georgia in the playoffs. I guarantee they are just like drooling that both of them are one-loss teams that they can put next to each other. Oh well, we didn't know what to do. We had to put them together because they're just so hard to break apart. We just had to do it.
Yeah, so okay. ACC. Where do you stand there? I like Clemson.
I don't know.
Come out of the ACC. I don't think FSU is going to win the ACC. They're crazy. I mean,
they had like a 0.8% or something. Or no, UNC had like 0.8%.
I'll raise my hand and say I'm wrong. I'm looking at Miami, like, okay, sure. The defensive play is better. The quarterback play is the same, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah. That's
they have a good run game. O-line, so it's a complete team.
Yeah.
But Clemson, they played a great game still. It was a one-score game.
Right. It was a good game. I mean, it was a tough first game.
The only thing that sucks is that they were at home, so like you get a little less of a pass.
Yeah, it does look bad being.
So who else is going to come out of the ACC? Realistically speaking, again, I think it's one of those conferences where it's not top heavy. I think that there's a great mix. Georgia Tech is competitive year after year. I'd say, relatively speaking.
Like I said, Virginia King, he's a good quarterback, and he's given Clemson trouble. So, who knows if a team like that, like a Georgia Tech or like a UNC, I forget if they play each other, but a team like that that's not supposed to be in the hunt ends up taking it to Clemson. Giving them the works, and all of a sudden we see Clemson going towards the end of the season with 2-3 losses.
Right.
It changes the aspect because if you got a Miami team that is, one loss to, let's say, Florida, if that's the case, then you're going to give the loss column less to Miami than you will to a 2-loss Georgia or a 2-loss LSU and Georgia Tech team for the playoffs.
Right,
so
for sure.
I don't know. I mean, again, for me, I think the biggest factor with the ACC is because Clemson has the most NFL talent. Like, they have the overall best prospects. Now, does that transition throughout the season to be the best team? I couldn't tell you.
Maybe not. Probably not.
I mean, we look at it from the NFL perspective. We just saw everyone getting waived from the Miami Hurricanes offense, except Cam Ward. He is the only person from last year that got drafted, Arroyo too, that is not on an NFL roster now. Those are the only two people: Cam Ward and Elijah Arroyo. Those are the only guys on an NFL roster after what that offense did last year.
It doesn't really translate necessarily, but it's also only the first week. So you're going Clemson for the ACC, Miami?
No, I'll take Miami for the ACC. Okay. I'll take Clemson to be the second, or at least to be in the fight for top tier. And then again for the ACC, really, I mean, Virginia Tech, they didn't look too great this weekend. Trying to think who else. Georgia Tech looked okay versus Colorado. I mean, it was a good game, period. So, UNC, as we watch right now, we will see what ends up happening with Belichick. TCU. I just don't see Belichick choking in the ACC. I mean, I don't think that they're going to be, undefeated by any means. I just don't see them going in. I don't know what their season, like how tough their schedule is, but with regards to what they should do, I mean, I would say at least 8-4. Mm-hmm. I don't see them losing. I don't see Bill Belichick losing more than 4 games. Right. I just don't. I mean, not at this level. I can't see him going in losing 4 games. I just don't. Or more than 4, I should say. I could see them, some tough nail biters, or say the Duke game just gets interesting and the rivalry, blah blah blah. They just come out and play. Things like that. That's the thing about college. Stuff like that can happen. Now, a quarterback that should be able to hit those balls. That's okay. Nice. Relax. I'm gonna have to say, bite that one, ref. He didn't have a chance at that ball. Gosh. Anyways,
let's move on to
finish this one up.
Big Ten.
Okay.
Just quick. I mean, this one's kind of easy.
I'm still Ohio State. Ohio State's still the team to beat. I mean, Michigan, like I said, Michigan looked good, okay, against New Mexico. Whatever. Like, they were in the big house.
Penn State.
I like Penn State.
Not this year.
I just don't see them beating Ohio State. That's all. I see them making it to the playoffs because I don't think anybody on their schedule is going to beat them. I don't think they're going to lose more than twice. So it's like where I see this.
Illinois.
So I honestly, I rewatched some of that game. I was just like, what? Like, why is there so much hype?
Who'd they play?
God, I forgot now. It wasn't anybody good. That's for sure. But it was more to the extent.
I didn't watch that game. Oh, Western Illinois.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
52-3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I watched that game. I'm just like, what are we like? So much hype, and they were still making mistakes. Like,
sure, that's why it was 52-3 and not 70.
I mean, who just put up? I mean, Oregon put up 59 versus Montana State, an FCS school that dominates their. I mean, that is the real difference right there. A high-powered FCS school that goes and wins national championships versus a high-powered Big Ten school, that goes in and dominates that they're supposed to. Because look at Colorado last year; they almost losing to North Dakota State.
Sure, absolutely, that was crazy.
But again, Oregon, another Big Ten team that what could they do this year?
Oh gosh,
I don't know.
They just are always
they
there,
the winners?
even when they were in the
you get $2 billion from donor, the guy that invented Nike, Phil Knight, and you're still not going to win national championship.
Nah.
Like I don't see Oregon.
No one wants to go to Eugene.
Well, I don't even.
Well, for the money, I guess.
The only kids that are going up there is the kids that are Cali kids, and you can't win with Cali kids. We've proven that. We ain't able to win Cali kids without Texas and Florida.
You got to take them out of Florida.
Yep,
and put them up in Oregon.
That's it.
But
and we know we all know that. I mean, they haven't. Oregon never recruits down here anyway, so I don't even feel bad. Like they come down here once in a blue moon for like a receiver and stuff.
Could at least go to Texas.
They do get some Texas kids. I know that. I know Bucky Irving. I'm pretty sure he was a Texas kid.
Oh yeah, I think so. I
think he was a Texas kid. So they do. I mean, I know they know the hotbeds, but again, even still, I'm just at this point, Oregon doesn't threaten me if I'm Ohio State or Michigan. If I'm looking at it from Bryce Underwood type vibes, I'm thinking Bryce is going to be able to throw for good amount of touchdowns on them, or at least play an offense where we look good against them. So I don't know. Big Ten wise, you still got those types of teams and things like that.
But it looks like the same players.
Yeah, at the top. I mean, I'm not scared if I'm Ohio State. I mean,
so Big 12. This one's a good one because now you're looking at Iowa State.
They look okay.
You're looking at Arizona State.
Wow.
You're looking at Colorado.
Picking on 29. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Colorado, I'm not worried.
You're looking at
Arizona State's probably my number one.
UCF's not going to be there.
Yeah, nah. UCF's
not going to be
there. We have way too much error at the quarterback position right now. That's where I'll take this in consideration for UCF. It looks exactly the way Frost first started. When Frost first came to UCF the first time, it looks almost identical.
It's going to take a little while.
It's going to take the 3 years that it took us the first time. That's exactly what it looks like. We have some good young freshmen that make good young freshman mistakes. We have a quarterback position where we don't truly know what we want with it or who's going to take control of it. And then an offensive line that is still kind of all over the place, I guess I would say. It's not like they're good, but they're not bad either.
It needs to be addressed now too, because you don't have a surefire.
Well, Miles Montgomery's got to step his shit up. That's got to be a dominant force. He had that one good run, catch out of the backfield.
So, Big 12, but we're missing Utah.
Utah's probably my favorite right now,
and TCU.
I don't like TCU. Honestly,
so you go Utah, Arizona State.
I'd go Utah, Arizona State, or Arizona State, Utah, whichever way.
Right.
At this point, I can't trust Utah because of the quarterback position. They got that new kid from New Mexico, I think, and the offensive coordinator. So I'm going to stick with the kid out of Arizona State. I forgot his name. Sam Ellington or Sam, something like that. But anyways, stick with him and his offensive guru coach. I know they don't have my boy Cam back there anymore to run the rock, but
Scat Pack.
That's my boy. So it'll be interesting to see, how the Big 12 turns out because everyone's going to be asking the same question: are we still the big Power 4? Are we still? Is it Power 3 now? Is it are we dropping to Power 2?
What?
I'm just
saying.
Who said
that?
I'm saying if the Big 12 doesn't come, and somebody, let's just say a USF, comes in and whoops up on them. Look what they just did to Mountain West Conference champ from last year.
Well,
I'm just saying they returned the majority of everyone except Ashton.
Is that true? Most of everyone returned.
Yeah. I mean, the quarterback, 3 out of 5 offensive linemen, top receiver, defensive line had majority of it returned.
Okay.
So it's just a lot of things that he shouldn't have made that big of an impact, but that's what a Heisman candidate running back can do. So
should have won.
Exactly. So for me, when we talk about what's next for the Big 12, it's a scary position to put the conference in because if you don't win, Texas Tech, you better come up with something. Y'all better beat somebody in Texas. One of those teams, one of those games out there. You better.
Yeah, the Big 12 better have at least 2 teams in the playoffs.
I mean, yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because if you come in and
I hear what you're saying.
And you have a USF or you have a
because there's no guarantee.
No, not anymore. So
that's confirmed. That's
it's strictly top top seeds not.
And in 2 years we'll have 16 teams.
We already know that's coming.
And then 3 years after that we'll have 32.
Yep, already know that's coming. So just a matter of time. So
keep going.
Keep going. Just as it is. Keep the playoffs.
January.
We're gonna just change.
January Jamboree.
We're just gonna change. We're just gonna like I said. I told you what's gonna happen. The bowl games are just gonna become playoff games. That's it. Every bowl game is just gonna.
The Natty is gonna
be like mid-February.
Border the start of March Madness.
And that's gonna border the Super Bowl. It's gonna be after. It's gonna be right before the Super Bowl. So you're gonna go national championship, then Super Bowl.
Yeah, no more Pro Bowl.
Yeah, right. No more Pro Bowl. That's gonna be
the little coverage that it does get.
Yeah. Now it's all flag anyway, so they're just gonna use it to beef up USA's flag football team and use it as practice. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna use Pro Bowl as USA.
It also incentivizes the players that didn't usually play because of playoffs or championship aspirations.
Of course, yeah.
So maybe they can play now.
Yeah, but I mean, even
I don't think they still do.
No, but even still, I get both sides. Yeah. I mean, for me, at this point, I'd still tell my clients, like, it's up to you. Like, if you want to play, like, go to Pro Bowl. Like, go play. Like,
have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Just, make sure you stretch. What else can you really do?
All right.
Oh, that's a bad ball.
Well,
yeah.
We can get out of here for now.
Yeah. We'll be out here. We'll be out here until fucking midnight.
We did almost do an hour. 45.
45. It's all right. A little bit. I mean, like I said, a little bit longer. I mean, I could have told you like this week and this week and then next week too with football, NFL starting back up. We'll have so much to talk about.
Gosh, it'll be juicy.
So we might have to get out here a little earlier, and get it rocking and rolling. But I mean, leave us some comments below who you guys think are going to win your the conference champions and who's the bust of the year. I know Alabama's going to be flooding the comments. So it's one game, guys. I mean, that's if I'm coach, I'm saying it was one game. They came in, they whooped their ass, they belt the ass, and literally like kick rocks, go cry about it. If you want to quit, get out of the locker room. Yeah, like literally, like let's focus on the next 11.
13 more weeks, 11 more games. Oh,
yep,
good gravy.
Yeah, that is a catch. So, but all right, we will see you guys next time. For your boy Will, your boy Evan. This is No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.